Surely, you've been in a situation where you finish reading a book or watching a movie, but after some time, you can hardly remember what you learned. That feeling is truly frustrating, isn't it? Especially when studying without retaining anything, not only does it reduce work efficiency, but it also makes you feel stuck. However, this problem can be completely solved, and this video will show you how to retain information longer and apply what you've learned in real life. The issue of long-term memory in life. We often struggle with learning but failing to remember things for long. This could be due to work pressure, academic stress, or other life factors that make us feel exhausted. However, retaining knowledge is not impossible. The way we learn and the methods we use play a crucial role in this process. How can we remember what we learn and apply it effectively in real life? The answer lies in this video. Part 1. Why do we forget what we learn so quickly? Before solving this problem, we need to understand why we so easily forget what we've learned. Imagine reading a thick book on a specialized subject, but after a few months, all you remember is a brief summary. This is a common issue that many people face. A real-life example. Think about the last time you read a book on marketing. You might remember a few insightful quotes, but when it comes to applying the book's strategies in your actual work, you can't recall them. This happens because you don't connect what you learn with real-life situations, or you're not truly engaged in applying that knowledge. Why does this happen? Our brain is highly efficient at processing information, but if the information lacks emotional connections or relevance to our lives, it gets discarded. Things that are unrelated or uninteresting to us won't be stored in long-term memory. Part 2, Step 1. Choose a field you are truly interested in. When learning, the first and most important step is to choose a field that you genuinely love and are passionate about. If you enjoy something, you will find it easier to learn and remember because our brain naturally retains information related to our interests. Real-life examples. If you love sports, you can easily remember the names of famous players like Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo because you truly care about them. Even when watching a match, you may recall details about the coach's strategies and how the players coordinate with each other because it genuinely interests you. Or if you love traveling, knowledge about famous landmarks and articles about different cultures will stick in your memory effortlessly. Learning about different cultures won't feel boring to you because you genuinely enjoy it. The key is to learn what you love, as this is a crucial factor in successful retention. You won't feel exhausted or pressured when studying. Instead, you will be excited to explore the subjects you are passionate about. Part 3, Step 2, Learn in a practical way with what you love. Once you have chosen a field you are passionate about, the next step is to consume information in various formats. You can read books, watch movies, listen to podcasts, participate in discussions, or even join competitions and events related to that field. Real-life examples. If you love sports, besides reading books on tactics, you can watch live matches, join football discussions, or even participate in sports clubs to learn and exchange experiences. If you are interested in business, in addition to reading books on business strategies, you can take online courses, watch lectures from successful people in the industry, or attend entrepreneurship seminars. By learning this way, absorbing knowledge becomes much easier and more enjoyable. You will feel like you are truly living in the field you love, and your brain will naturally retain this information without requiring too much effort. Part 4, Using the recall method for long-term memory. The recall method is one of the most important techniques to strengthen memory, enhance short-term retention, and effectively transfer information into long-term memory. When acquiring new knowledge, if it is not regularly practiced and reviewed, it will quickly be forgotten. Therefore, using the recall method not only helps you remember better but also enables you to apply knowledge in real-life situations more flexibly. 1. Why does the recall method help you remember better? Unlike passively rereading or skimming through materials, the recall method requires the brain to actively search, retrieve, and reconstruct information. This process strengthens neural connections, making knowledge more deeply embedded and easier to recall when needed. Imagine your brain as a dense forest, and knowledge as pathways. If you don't frequently walk on these paths, trees and bushes will overgrow, blocking the way. However, if you continuously revisit them, the paths will become clearer and easier to follow. Similarly, when you regularly recall and practice what you've learned, the information becomes ingrained in your long-term memory. 2. How to apply the recall method effectively. To apply the recall method effectively, follow these steps. Summarize information in your own words. After learning something new, try writing it down or explaining it in your own words instead of just rereading the material. Ask yourself questions and answer them. Challenge yourself with questions about what you have learned and try to recall the answers without looking at the notes. Connect knowledge with real life. Relating new information to what you already know or your personal experiences will help with long-term retention. Practice recall at spaced intervals. Use spaced repetition, which involves reviewing the information after 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, etc., to reinforce memory. 3. Real-life examples of applying the recall method. Example 1. Learning English vocabulary with recall. Suppose you're trying to memorize the word apple. Instead of simply writing it down repeatedly, try these steps. Look at an actual apple, observing its color and shape. When passing by a fruit stand, ask yourself, what is an apple in English? Use it in a sentence like, I like to eat apples every morning. While eating an apple, repeat the word apple and associate it with its pronunciation and usage. Example 2. Remembering book content without rereading multiple times. After finishing a book on management, instead of just reviewing your notes, try the following. Ask yourself, what are the key ideas in this chapter? Imagine explaining the content to a friend. Write a summary without looking at the book. Relate the knowledge to your work. How can I apply this strategy in real life? Example 3. Learning a new skill using recall. Let's say you watch a tutorial on how to change a car tire. To remember the process, you could, after watching, close your eyes and mentally go through each step, removing lug nuts, lifting the car, taking off the old tire, installing the new one, etc. An hour later, try explaining the entire process without looking at any materials. If possible, practice changing a tire in real life to reinforce your memory. 4. Long-term benefits of the recall method. Applying the recall method not only helps you retain information faster but also builds strong connections between different pieces of knowledge. This leads to faster learning. As your brain becomes accustomed to retrieving information, your learning speed and efficiency improve. Better critical thinking. Actively recalling and applying knowledge deepens understanding rather than just memorizing mechanically. Flexible application in real life. You won't just remember facts, you'll be able to use them proactively in your work and daily life. The recall method is not just a memory technique but also a proactive way of thinking, helping you turn knowledge into a part of yourself. Try applying it today and experience the difference in your memory and learning ability. Part 5. Developing the habit of continuous learning and knowledge connection. Learning is not a one-time activity but an ongoing process. If you study something once without reviewing, reinforcing, or connecting it with new knowledge, you will quickly forget what you've learned. Maintaining a daily learning habit not only helps improve memory but also creates a strong knowledge system that enables flexible application in real life. 1. Why is continuous learning important? Continuous learning helps the brain maintain its ability to process information and connect old knowledge with new insights. Like a constantly flowing river, as you keep absorbing information, your knowledge will continuously be refreshed and expanded. Some key benefits of continuous learning include reinforcing and expanding knowledge. What you learn today builds upon and connects with previous knowledge, deepening understanding and improving retention. Enhancing critical thinking and creativity. Continuous learning fosters problem-solving skills, critical thinking, and creativity in applying knowledge. Keeping the brain sharp. Regular learning enhances focus, memory, and adaptability to new situations. 2. How to develop a habit of continuous learning. To make learning a part of your daily life, consider these strategies. Set a fixed study time. Dedicate at least 15 to 30 minutes daily to learning something new, whether through books, videos, articles, or discussions. Take notes and summarize key ideas. Keeping a learning journal or summarizing key points helps with easy review when needed. Apply what you learn immediately. If you acquire a new skill, practice it in your work or daily life to reinforce understanding. Connect new knowledge with existing knowledge. When learning something new, ask yourself, how does this relate to what I already know? Making connections helps deepen comprehension. Share knowledge with others. Teaching or discussing what you've learned strengthens memory and provides new perspectives. 3. Real-life examples of continuous learning. Example 1. Learning business and finance. A successful entrepreneur doesn't just read one finance book and stop there. They continuously update their knowledge by reading articles and market research daily, keeping up with business trends and learning from industry leaders, attending short courses to improve management skills, applying newly learned strategies directly to their business. Example 2. Learning a foreign language through real-life practice. You cannot master a language by memorizing vocabulary once. Continuous learning improves communication skills through listening to podcasts or watching videos in the target language daily, reading newspapers, books, or specialized documents to expand vocabulary, practicing conversations with native speakers or joining language clubs, associating new words with real-life situations for better recall. Example 3. Learning from travel and culture. A travel enthusiast doesn't just visit a place once, they continuously broaden their understanding by reading books and materials about the history and culture of their destinations, learning about local customs, cuisine, and lifestyles, observing and connecting personal experiences with what they've learned, keeping a travel journal to document and share knowledge. For how to maintain long-term motivation for learning. Continuous learning should not be just a task, it should be an enjoyable experience. To stay motivated, try setting clear learning goals. Define small, achievable targets, such as learning 5 new words daily, reading 1 book chapter per week, or completing a course every month. Making learning effortless. Integrate learning into daily routines, like listening to podcasts during commutes or reading before bed. Tracking progress. Keep a record of what you've learned and set milestones to measure improvement. Finding joy in learning. Choose topics that excite you and explore new areas to spark curiosity. Continuous learning not only helps retain and expand knowledge, but also makes you more adaptable and responsive to change. Make learning a part of your life so that each day becomes an opportunity for personal growth. Part 6. The benefits of learning and long-term memory. Learning is not just about absorbing information, but also about retaining and applying knowledge in real life. When you can remember what you've learned for a long time, your life will change positively. Knowledge becomes an invaluable asset that enhances your personal value, opening up new opportunities in both your career and personal life. You will become more confident, capable of solving complex problems, and making more precise decisions. 1. Why is long-term memory important? Retaining knowledge for a long time brings numerous benefits, not only in work but also in daily life. Some key advantages include improved work performance. When you have good memory, you don't waste time searching for information and can apply it immediately when needed. Enhanced decision-making skills. Retaining knowledge allows you to process information quickly and make accurate decisions based on accumulated experience. Building confidence and expertise. A person with a strong memory feels more confident when expressing opinions, giving advice, or solving problems. Boosting creativity and critical thinking. When you remember well, you can connect different pieces of information to find innovative solutions. Strengthening relationships. Remembering people's names, interests, and stories helps you build and maintain strong relationships. 2. How to improve long-term memory effectively. To retain information for the long term, consider using the following methods. Organize knowledge systematically. Group information into categories or topics to make it easier to connect and recall. Use active learning techniques. Instead of passively reading, ask questions, engage in discussions, or teach others what you've learned. Connect new information with existing knowledge. Relating new knowledge to what you already know helps the brain store information more effectively. Applying knowledge in real life. Practicing and using information in real situations reinforces memory. Use spaced repetition. Review knowledge at specific intervals, e.g., after 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, to ensure long-term retention. Engage multiple senses while learning. Using visuals, sounds, writing, and hands-on practice helps the brain absorb information more effectively. 3. Real-life examples of the benefits of long-term memory. Example 1. Marketers and advertising strategies. A marketing expert who remembers effective advertising strategies can apply them to real campaigns. This allows them to create compelling content that resonates with customers, adjust strategies based on past data and experiences, help businesses grow rapidly while avoiding previous mistakes. Example 2. Athletes and competitive techniques. An athlete who remembers techniques and strategies well can perform better in real competitions. This helps them improve their skills and achieve impressive results. React faster when facing opponents. Build a strong foundation for long-term career success. Example 3. Managers and leadership skills. A great manager not only remembers management principles but also retains details about employee work styles, key projects, and strategic goals. This enables them to run operations effectively without overlooking critical information, lead teams with deep understanding and insight, develop long-term growth strategies for their company. Example for learning foreign languages and fluent communication. A person learning a foreign language who retains vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation well can communicate naturally without mentally translating, gain a deeper understanding of foreign cultures and customs, use the language effectively in both work and daily life. For how to maintain long-term memory. Maintaining strong memory is not difficult if you use the right methods. Here are some ways to keep your memory sharp over time. Maintain a healthy lifestyle. Getting enough sleep, eating a balanced diet, and exercising regularly help the brain function better. Focus on important information. Prioritize remembering useful knowledge relevant to your life and work. Adopt an active learning approach. Instead of passive learning, actively seek knowledge, practice, and discuss ideas. Read and engage with new knowledge regularly. Constant exposure to new information keeps your brain sharp. Stay positive. A positive mindset makes it easier to absorb and retain information. Having strong memory doesn't just make you smarter, it helps you succeed in your career, build better relationships, and enhance your quality of life. Make learning and memory retention an essential part of your daily life so that every day becomes an opportunity for personal growth. Conclusion: continuous learning, the key to success. Life is constantly changing, and the most successful people are those who never stop learning. When you know how to learn effectively, retain knowledge for the long term, and apply it flexibly in real life, you not only develop yourself, but also create immense value for your life and career. Learning is not limited to classrooms or books, it exists in every moment of life, at work, in conversations, and in the challenges you face daily. By actively acquiring knowledge and continuously training your memory, you will become sharper, more insightful, and ready to seize every opportunity and overcome any challenge that comes your way. Final advice: start today. You don't need to change your entire life in a single day, but take small steps to begin. White checkmark. Be proactive in learning. Dedicate at least 15 to 30 minutes daily to learning something new, whether it's reading a book, watching a video, or taking an online course. White checkmark. Apply what you learn immediately. Don't just absorb theory. Experiment, practice, and connect knowledge to real-life situations. White checkmark. Stay persistent and build the habit. Learning is a long journey, but with perseverance, you will see significant progress. Electric light bulb. Think about this. If you commit to learning every day, who will you become in 1 year, 5 years, or even 10 years? The world keeps moving forward, and so should you. Make learning an essential part of your life, not just to become smarter, but to become a more valuable and capable individual in the eyes of others. Take action. Share your journey. Pushpin, have you tried applying these learning and memory techniques? Share your experience with us. Your story could inspire many others on their journey of self-improvement. Pushpin, if you found this content valuable, don't forget to share it with your friends and family, because when we learn together, we grow together. Pushpin, thank you for watching this video. Start today and turn learning into your greatest power.